Brihadishwara Temple, Peruvudaiyar Kovil, is a Hindu temple dedicated to Lord Shiva located in Thanjavur in the Indian state of Tamil Nadu. It is also known as Priya Kovil, Raja Rajeswara Temple and Rajarajeshwaram. It is one of the largest temples in India and is an example of Dravidian architecture during the Chola period. Built by Emperor Raja Chola I and completed in 1010 AD, the temple turned 1000 years old in 2010. The temple is part of the UNESCO World Heritage Site known as the Great Living Chola Temples, with the other two being the Brihadishwara Temple, Gangaikonda Cholapuram and Airavateshwar Temple. The temple stands amidst fortified walls that were probably added in the 16th century. The Vimanam temple tower is 216 feet, 66 meters, high and is the tallest in the world. The Kumbham, the apex or the bulbous structure on the top of the temple is carved out of a single rock and weighs around 80 tons. There is a big statue of Nandi, sacred bull, carved out of a single rock measuring about 16 feet, 4.9 meters long and 13 feet, 4.0 meters high at the entrance. The entire temple structure is made out of granite, the nearest sources of which are about 60 kilometers to the west of temple. The temple is one of the most visited tourist attractions in Tamil Nadu. Arulmojivarman, a Tamil emperor who was popular as Rajaraja Chola I, laid out foundations of Brihadishwara temple during 1002 CE. It was first among other great building projects by Tamil Chola. A symmetrical and axial geometry rules layout of this temple. Temples from same period and two following centuries are expressions of Tamil's Chola power, artistic expertise and wealth. Emergence of these types of features, such as multifaceted columns along with projecting signals of square capitals, signifies arrival of Chola style, which was new at that time. It is one architectural exemplar, which showcases true form of Dravida kind of architecture in temples and is a representative of ideology of Chola Empire and southern India's Tamil civilization. Brihadishwara Temple testifies to Chola's brilliant achievements in architecture, painting, bronze casting and sculpture. It is said that after seeing Pallava Rajasimha temples in Kanchipuram, Emperor Rajaraja Cholan had the dream of establishing such a huge temple for Lord Shiva. Brihadishwara Temple is first among all buildings, which make use of granite fully, and it finished within 5 years from 1004 AD to 1009 AD. The greatest of Chola emperors Rajaraja I, 985 AD to 1012 AD, the son of Sundara Chola, Parantaka II, and Vanavan Mahadevi built this magnificent temple named Brihadishwara at Thanjavur, the capital of Chola dynasty. From the epigraphical evidence it is known about Rajaraja I started building this temple on his 19th year and completed on 275th day of his 25th year. It took just 6 years to complete this work on 1010 AD. The Chola reign declined and they were ousted by the Pandyas, who were in turn thrown over by the Vijayanagara Empire. In 1535, the Vijayanagara king installed a Nayak king, and the clan, called Tanjore Nayaks, reigned till the mid-17th century. In 1674, the Marathas conquered Tanjore. Later, like the rest of the country, Thanjavur too fell into British hands. The inscriptions and frescoes on the walls of Brihadishwara temple record the rise and fall of the city's fortunes. Shiva's representation is as a gigantic stone lingam. This is covered by a Vimanam that extends to 216 feet. It is built with stones that are bonded and notched without any mortar. The topmost stone, an engineering marvel, weighs about 80 tons. Rajaraja I named this temple as Rajarajeshwaram and the deity Shiva in linga form as Peruvudaiyar. The temple is also known in the deity's name as Peruvudaiyar Kovil in Tamil language. In later period, Maratha and Nayaks rulers constructed various shrines and gopurams of the temple. The Brihadishwara temple was completed in around 1010 in the southeastern part of the new capital Thanjavur, constructed in the basin of the Kaveri river by the king of the Chola dynasty, Rajaraja I, r. 985-1014. It has also been called Rajarajeshwar temple after the king's name. It is one of the two greatest temples from the age of the Chola dynasty, together with the Rajendra Cholishwar temple built in the next new capital, Gangaikonda Cholapuram, which was constructed by his successor Rajendra I. Those constructions were prodigious national projects showing the Chola Empire's hegemony in South India. It is said that the Brihadishwara temple was erected in only 7 years. Its precincts are surrounded with cloisters covering an area of 120 meters by 240 meters and are also surrounded outside with heavy brick walls for an area of 350 meters square, including a large tank reservoir. There is a Nandi shrine, 2 continuous extensive mandapas, worship rooms, an antarala, antechamber, and a vamana with a high tower, all in line on the east-west axis. On the same axis stand gopurams, temple gateways, of the early phase at the eastern center of the cloister and the brick wall. They are the sole entrance spots to the temple precincts. Though they are embellished with sculptures, they look much lower than later gopurams of huge temples in South India, as the height of the vamana is great in contrast. The second gopura on the line of the cloisters is 24 meters in both width and height, lower than the first gopura, but its sculptures are larger, with a pair of dwarapalas, guardian figures, on both sides of the doorway. Thanjavur Priya Kovil is the grandest creation of Cholas and it is visible from any area in Thanjavur, perhaps the only temple with such a characteristic. This temple is part of the UNESCO World Heritage Site, Great Living Chola Temples. The temple became popular all over the country on its 1000th birthday in September 2010. In its commemoration, a rupees postage stamp, featuring the 216 feet tall Raja Gopuram, Vamana, was released by the India Post. A 5 rupees coin was released by the Reserve Bank of India. A 1000 rupees commemorative coin with the same picture on the 5 rupees coin of Thanjavur Priya Kovil will be issued soon. This will be the first 1000 rupees coin to be released in the Republic of India coinage, but it will not be for public circulation. In April 1954, the Reserve Bank of India had released a 1000 rupees currency note with panoramic view of the temple. Later, during the Indira Gandhi rule, all 1000 rupees notes were demonetized to curtail black money. The much celebrated Ponambalam temple with golden roof, at Tillai, Chidambaram, was just a few hours of journey away. Thiruvarur, the most important, Sapta Vaitinka Sthalam, which had the patronage of the Cholas right from the days of Manonidhi Cholan and Musukuntha Cholan, was also nearby. So were numerous temples referred to as Padal Petros Thalangals temples where the Sai-White saints Appar, Sundarar, Sambandhar and Manikka Vasagar had sung Thevaram hymns, religious hymns praising the deeds of Lord Shiva. Then, what made Rajaraja Cholan build a massive temple in his capital city? Few centuries back, the Pallavas had given a new dimension to art and architecture.